Today we'll be looking into the top 10 psychedelic rock songs of the 1960s. A decade that didn't just change music, it bent it, twisted it, and sent it spiraling into another dimension. Psychedelic rock wasn't just a sound, it was an experience. Soaked in color, rebellion, and experimental spirit. From mind-bending guitar solos to lyrics that felt like riddles from another world, these tracks captured the essence of a generation that wanted to break free from the ordinary. But before we dive into the swirl of fuzz guitars, dreamy vocals, and kaleidoscopic soundscapes, if you're into nostalgic music and classic rock, take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more throwback content coming your way. All right, let's float downstream. Starting with number 10 is In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida by Iron Butterfly, released in June 1968. This 17-minute epic became a legend on its own. Originally supposed to be titled In the Garden of Eden, singer Doug Ingle slurred the words while drinking wine, and the name stuck. The hypnotic organ riff, pounding drums, and massive guitar solos defined acid-drenched rock excess. And radio stations had to create a shortened version just to play it. Fun fact, this song helped pioneer the idea of extended jams in rock music. Number 9 is She's a Rainbow by the Rolling Stones, released in December 1967. Now, the Stones weren't just about grit and blues. This song showed off their trippier side. With a bright piano line and string arrangement, it was one of the rare moments the band dove fully into the psychedelic scene. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards wrote it while experimenting with new sounds, likely inspired by the growing movement coming out of London and San Francisco.
Seen her dressed in blue.
Coming in at number 8 is You're Gonna Miss Me by the 13th Floor Elevators, released in May 1966. These guys were one of the first bands to actually describe their sound as psychedelic rock. Roky Erickson's screaming vocals and that electric jug, yes, a jug, gave this track its chaotic, haunting feel. It's raw, wild, and deeply influential, even if the band never became a household name. Number 7 is 8 Miles High by the Byrds, released in March 1966. Often cited as the first true American psychedelic rock song, this track blended ragga-style guitar and jazz-influenced solos. Written during a trip to London, the band used it to describe their feeling of being outsiders. It got banned on some US radio stations for supposedly referencing drug use, which, let's be real, only made it more popular. At number 6, we have Sunshine of Your Love by Cream, released in December 1967. This was Cream's breakout hit, featuring the powerhouse trio of Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, and Ginger Baker. that instantly recognizable guitar riff? Clapton wrote it after seeing Jimi Hendrix perform live. It's gritty, it's bluesy, and it's soaked in psychedelic fuzz. A perfect storm of talent and timing. Before we jump into the top 5, take a second and drop a comment below. What's your favorite psychedelic rock song from the 60s? And who do you think should take the #1 spot? Let's talk about it.
You know it's comes around here.
Number 5 is The End by The Doors, released in January 1967.
This is the end, beautiful friend.
At nearly 12 minutes long, this song started as a breakup ballad and spiraled into an Oedipal fever dream.
What will be so.
Jim Morrison, ever the poetic madman, took this track to a whole new level. It's eerie, dramatic, and haunting.
No safety or surprise, the end.
And if you've seen Apocalypse Now, you already know how powerful this song still feels decades later.
This is the end, beautiful.
Number 4 is White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane, released in June 1967.
1 pill makes you larger and
Inspired by Alice in Wonderland and fueled by Grace Slick's commanding vocals, this song used surreal imagery to hint at the counterculture's experience with mind-altering substances.
When the men on the chessboard get up and
It was a bold, literary way to push boundaries, and it became one of the defining anthems of the Summer of Love.
you go chasing rabbits, and you know.
Number 3 is Purple Haze by the Jimi Hendrix Experience, released in March 1967. It kicks off with that iconic fuzzed-out riff, and from there, it's all Hendrix magic. Hendrix claimed the song was inspired by a dream and a sci-fi novel, but of course, it became tied to LSD culture instantly. His guitar tone was unlike anything anyone had heard, and this song cemented him as a psychedelic pioneer.
Tomorrow, or just the end of time. Emily tries, but misunderstands.
Number 2 is See Emily Play by Pink Floyd, released in June 1967. This was early Floyd, led by Syd Barrett, the original mad genius. The song is whimsical and dreamy, with backwards tape loops and spacey effects that made it feel otherworldly. It didn't sound like anything else on the radio at the time. Barrett said it was about a girl he saw while tripping in the woods. Yeah, totally normal stuff. And finally, number 1 is Tomorrow Never Knows by the Beatles, released in August 1966. Let's be honest, this is the turning point. Lennon's lyrics were based on Timothy Leary's The Psychedelic Experience, and the track used loops, reversed guitar, and a sitar-like drone. It was recorded using groundbreaking studio techniques that inspired basically every psychedelic band that followed. It wasn't even a single, but its impact? Massive. The 60s was a cool time for music, but these tracks, they weren't just cool. They defined psychedelic rock and shaped a decade full of color, rebellion, and experimentation.
Whatever it is, that girl put a spell on me.